in the dark, shooting stars over this old park. Burnt marshmallow on a crooked stick. You drop a comment, I'll read it quick. Switchback, sweat and summit haze. Drone shots catching all those rays. Feels like we're together, y'all, out here on Woodall Trails. Like and subscribe to Woodall Trails. Hit that bell so you don't miss the tales. From a mountaintop view to the late night flames, we're chasing that wild by calling your name. So like and subscribe to Woodall Trails.
Quick mic check, guys. Make sure everyone can hear me out there. If you can hear me, just let me know in the chat there. If y'all can hear me, sounds good. Thank you, Logan. That chat seems to be a little slow tonight. But anyways, guys, happy Thursday. Thanks for joining again this week for another episode of Adventure Closet Talk, guys, where we talk about anything and everything adventuring. Could be gear, could be experiences. We just talk about it all. But anyways, guys, been a busy week with the holiday. Short week at work means more playtime for me and means I got to get ready. But been packing up all afternoon, getting ready for Who Hang in South Carolina. Be heading there after about a little bit after midnight tonight. Head down there. It's about a 6-hour drive, and it's gonna be a hot one, guys. I'm out here melting. It's good. Good thing there's a river nearby, so we're gonna be doing a lot of swimming this weekend. But anyways, guys, it's not about me here. It's about the Tramley. We're gonna bring on fellow Tramley member, fellow adventurer, lover of nature, marathon. I think she's a marathon runner. We'll get it verified. She's very active, and she likes doing the summits. So let's bring her on here. Let her introduce herself. Let her tell her where she can find you, and we'll go from there.
Hello.
So if you just want to go ahead and tell them who you are, like your channel, everything like that, just tell them a little bit about yourself.
Well, my name is Sara, and my channel is Wild Fox Outdoors, and you can find me on Instagram and Facebook under Wild Fox Outdoors.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked a little bit before here, and I always like to start with the what or who, like the inspiration of getting outside, getting outdoors, the inspiration, where that came from.
Yeah, well, I've always loved being outdoors my entire adult life. And then probably about well, about 7 years ago, I quit drinking and I started getting more and more outdoors. And then it really kind of took off for me once I kind of got out of that and, kind of was able to get outdoors more. And it just kind of like snowballed more and more and more for me. And then, yeah, I had a lot of life changes happen, and that got me outside, and I really enjoyed it. It really kind of helped balance me out a little bit, and the more I did it, the more I loved it, and I've just kind of been just kind of leaning into it more and more and more. So I can't get enough.
So, channel name, is there a story behind it?
There's not any great story behind it. Fox is my trail name, but it's not, there's not really a great story on the name. It was just more so given by some friends, just campfire chat talking about spirit animals and things like that. I've always liked foxes, and just kind of over the course of the trip, a couple other things came up with like foxes and things like that. So it just kind of like snowballed from there. And then I wanted wild in the name, and then went wild fox. And then, I think at first I did wild fox hiking, and then I didn't want to just limit it to hiking because it's backpacking, all the things. So, yeah, I just kind of went with that.
Okay, sounds good. So, looking through your content and everything, and looking through everything you've done, I've seen that you've done quite a few longer, like distance type hikes and stuff like that. So which one has been your favorite so far, and why has it been your favorite?
Which one's been my favorite? Well, I would say the Centennial Trail was my first through hike, doing 125 miles all in one go, and it was just incredible out there. It was beautiful. It was challenging. It was my first through hike too, so that was my favorite. Doing that next to probably the Superior Hiking Trail here. I didn't through hike it, I sectioned hiked it, but I did a lot in, bigger chunks. And so I'd say like those two trails were, as far as like long trails, as far as longer trails go, I guess.
Any longer trails that you plan on wanting to do in the future?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of a shorter trail, but I am going to do the Border Route Trail up in northern Minnesota. It's 66 miles. I'm going to through hike that later this summer. But long trails like AT, PCT, that kind of stuff, I would love to do those one day, but I have a 7-year-old, almost 8-year-old, and I'm not leaving him to go do those long trail hikes. So yeah, so maybe one day, but not right now.
Saying, yeah, I know exactly what you mean there. I've got family, job,
Yeah,
life in general. You just can't, not at that point in life where I can just throw everything down and be like, hey babe,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna go hike for 6 months. Yeah, maybe 3. We'll see.
Exactly. I couldn't even leave him there's no way I'd even leave him for 3 months. I just can't do it. I want to be there for everything. So when I started doing hiking and, going on trips and trails and things like that, and then starting to do YouTube and putting things online, you only have a certain amount of time to do those things. And there was, a certain amount of things I just am not willing to give up to, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I want to, pound the pavement and do this as much as I can. It's kind of, him first, my job, that kind of stuff. And, this is a hobby, which I really enjoy and I love doing it, and I have time to do it. So I am able to get out and go see a lot. So it's great.
Yeah. Looking over some of the stuff you've done, I mean, you're kind of like me, get out quite a bit, go different places, see different things. You said 7, so I'm guessing you started getting him outdoors.
Yeah. So he'll be 8 in September, and I've been he loves going camping. He's doing the car camping thing, and we do hiking trips, but they gotta be, kind of the highlight trips. And then he really, really wants to be in a YouTube video. So he's all about that YouTube life. So, yeah, so I did tell him we would eventually do a YouTube video together. So maybe get him out for a backpacking trip or something like that to do. But I really would like to get him in like the Cub Scouts or something, so that he can, since he's an only child, so experience the outdoors with other kids. Sometimes it's a little boring with mom. So I, want him to have other kids to run around and play with. So I kind of have thought that maybe that would be a good way to get him outdoors with other kids, so.
You got one of the guys I work with. I think he leads a troop, and they go every year and do like a 20-mile loop somewhere down in eastern Kentucky, right on the Tennessee and eastern Kentucky border. And like, I want to say it's Pine Mountain down there somewhere.
Oh, that's awesome.
So, yeah, they're very involved with the outdoors. Also summer camps too. I mean, a lot of summer camps, I don't know,
Yes.
At least down here, they're very involved with the outdoors type stuff, fishing, teaching you. I went to one called Camper Wallace every summer growing up, probably around the same. It was probably from the age of like 8 to like 13, basically in 5th grade through like middle school, I guess you would say, something like that. But anyways, like they taught you at that one, you earned badges and stuff, and you had to, while you got there, you also got your hunter's education card, which they require us to have once you're born after a certain date. So that you earn that while you're there. They teach you proper gun safety. They teach you boating. If you don't know how to swim, you'll learn how to swim. That's one thing. It's one option there. Sorry, there's a fly buzzing around here. It's getting on my nerves.
Does your kiddo go to those camps?
Yes. So she will go to Camper Wallace probably next year. She just now finally got older. I think they only take 11. I think it's the first year. I want to say it's like 5th grade. And then she's been to a church camp as well. And they do similar stuff. And, while learning about God and stuff like that. So she's been to stuff like that. And then we go camping quite often. And she also, like I said, she's already done several trips with me, several videos. Her longest has been, I think we did 17 and a half when we went to the Grayson Highlands. And she didn't complain one bit, carried about a 15, I want to say it's right around 15-pound pack. And I tell her all the time, I'm like, you hike better than most men that I know.
Wow, that's amazing. I love it. Well, I hope that he'll get into it. Right now, it's all about, soccer, football. But I think the more I can get him into it, and I know here in Minnesota, we have a lot of things, summer camps and things up in the BWCA. And there's, where you can, like 2 weeks they go up, and I've got some friends' kids that go do that. So I hope that, little by little, as I get him out more and more, that he'll find it a little more interesting. This fall, I'm going to bring him to a winter. I'm going to do a winter camp with him, and then he's going to be able to go and do like a youth program there for the day and kind of learn, safety, like building a fire, making food on a fire, and things like that with other kids. So I think that I'm hoping that stuff like that will start luring him in.
We got Mike here hollering from Who Hang. There's several of them down there at Who Hang right now. Yeah, that's so you hear me, you probably heard me when we talked before we got in here and stuff about the hangs and all that. Yeah. So basically, you all have the same thing. I mean, I've watched, I'm pretty sure you was in his hot tent camp video. Yeah. You all are crazy and do that crazy stuff. Get out in negative temps, and yeah, no, I'm good. I'd rather be out in 100-degree weather. Not to that either. So I guess the dry heat, I could do it, but
I wanted to get into hot tent camping. So that's I was in Rob. So I wanted to get into it, and then I met someone up here that's kind of in the group, and then he invited me to go out to that. And I'm like, I don't have any hot tent stuff, but I'm interested. I want to see how it it's all set up. And so I'm like, how about I come out for the day and see? So that's where it was fun to just kind of go hang out for the day, kind of see everyone's different setups. And as soon as I left there, I got all the hot tent stuff now. I'm ready for this year. I got a hot tent. I got a whole bunch of new friends.
It's exactly how the hammock hangs are. You'll come there. We don't care if you're in a tent or anything, but usually by the end of the weekend, you're looking into hammock camping because you've now found the best sleep of your life. And
that's what I hear. So, and I don't own a hammock yet, so that is gonna be the next thing.
I'm gonna tell you, we've converted quite a few people in this channel. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, geez.
There's a few of them out there that were tent campers. So we hold a meetup here in the fall all the time. It's up in the gorge for content creators and all that. But we usually have anywhere from 20 to 30 of us, just depending. I'll get up there. Like last year, we were up on top of Indian Staircase, just back there hanging out. We do a little short hike and all that. But
it looks beautiful there. I've seen the videos. It's the Red River Gorge, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that looks really cool. And then is the Indian Staircase the arch that goes up?
So Indian Staircase, it's like a big rock face that you can just climb up, basically.
Okay. I think and then is there an arch there? I feel like there's an arch there. I might be.
Yes. So Gray's Arch, I've got several videos from the gorge and several with Gray's Arch, just because it's my favorite arch. Not gonna lie, it's one of the, when you see it and there's three different, like you can get on top of it, then there's another level, a middle level, and then you can go all the way down. And you can just see the different you see all the different areas of it and everything. It's pretty, very pretty. And then
the videos I saw, it looked incredible. So,
and there's several of them there. There's Hidden Arch. You can go there and go right off trail, and it's less than 2 miles, and you'll find, I want to say it's 4 waterfalls that you'll find up there.
Ooh, love that.
I kind of figured that. Looking through your channel, I've seen a lot of either you're going for the top of the mountain or you're going for the waterfall.
I love a waterfall. That's what I get it a lot, where people either sound like, oh, like mountains and you want to climb mountains and all of that. And it's like, I'm forest and waterfall. Like I love the Adirondacks and like those kind of peaks, because that still has like a forest vibe, but yet, you can, it's quite a grind getting up those. So like you kind of get the best of both worlds, where I'm not necessarily huge on, freezing my butt off in the snow for, 2 days and, sitting on a portal ledge or whatever. Like that's not quite, my style. But I love green, forest, water, love it all.
So going back to the hot tent camping, you went there and went down the rabbit hole, as we like to call, and then by the time you knew it, you needed a hot tent and everything else. So I'm guessing your first thought, your impression.
Alone, I needed everything to get all like. I'm like, it's just like all of a sudden you just go down the rabbit hole, and it's like, oh god.
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Go to a hang. I see all of the hammock stands that everybody has. And I'm like, oh, you mean you don't need trees? I can just set this up wherever? I'm like, yep, got to get one now.
Yep. Well, as you can see, I love gear. I mean, I like to just keep filling this room up with more and more stuff. So, but now that I got my hot tent stuff, I've got, even more. And then I'm going to like a winter camping event where apparently like if you don't have it then, you're going to get it there, because it's, you're going to see all the other stuff that people have. And so yeah, that's exactly what I did. I went to that event and left there and just started checking. I made a list and started checking things off that list.
So back to the waterfalls and the mountaintops, you saying which one are you going to choose over the other one?
I don't know. I can't choose. Can it? Just depends on what mood I'm in that day. If I want to do a grind, or if you kind of want to do waterfall. But I mean, it's almost impossible to choose between them, you know? So
I
I don't
feel you
know.
there. I'm gonna tell you, I like the views and stuff, but I don't like the height getting up there half the time.
Scared of heights.
No, I'm not in the shape like you. It about kills me getting to the top.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's part of the, I don't know what it is. There's a piece of me like when I work myself physically, it balances me mentally a little bit. So like I love it. I don't think about anything else when I'm out there like doing kind of those physical hikes all day. So I think that's kind of one of the things I really like about it is kind of pushing myself to do that. And then sometimes, there's a little more chill hikes and doing, I mean, a waterfall hike can still be a grind. It just depends on, what it
Depends
is.
on the trail. Depends on the trail getting there.
It depends on the trail getting there. I mean, any hike can turn into a grind too by, however many miles you do. So, and I typically like to do high miles. And again, I like to grind it out a little bit. I love type 2 fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, like you, most of my friends only want to do between 5 and 10. I like a 10 mile day. I ain't gonna go over 20 because I'm just not in that kind of shape. But 10 to 20 for a day for me, depending on the weather. Like if it's 100 degrees, probably not gonna hit that 20. But but I mean, I like a good 10 mile day is usually really nice. What I like.
Yeah. I'm like 15 is good. Like doing 20, like anything kind of over 15 to 8 is miserable. Like you're never really like super enjoying it over that. It depends on the terrain, but sometimes it can whiz by and you're at 15. But if the terrain's rough, even at 15, you're like, I want to be done. There's like a point where you just want to be done for the day. So I'm kind of right in that mark.
I'll say getting props here from Jason, Too Much Gear Guy. He says that gear organization.
Yeah, I do have things organized pretty well. I have quite the pack collection going, and it's really easy to pack for a trip. I start with the pack. I go through my drawers and put that stuff in, and then I have my tents and my bags and stuff down here, and I can be out the door in 10-15 minutes if I need to. The trail calls and I gotta go.
Yeah, I keep mine pretty similar. I ain't got as much room. I got it here behind me. I keep my hammocks hanging up with my setups. I can keep the quilts on them and stuff, and I just stuff them into itself. But I keep them hanging up right here on the wall, and then I got my backpacks in the corner. Like you, I've got a collection of backpacks. Don't know what it is about the backpacks, but I like backpacks.
I've had a thing with bags, like not like designer bags, but like bags my whole life, like tote bag. Like I like bags for some reason, so I have a lot of that stuff going on. But the inspiration for this whole thing is I had friends of mine got me, this is a map of the Superior Hiking Trail, and it's got all the campsites and everything on it. And I thought, oh, like I need to get that framed. And so I was like, then I'll hang it up. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'll do, and it just kind of spiraled into doing all of this stuff. So I had a friend made me boards that I have all this stuff hung up on, and it's just kind of spiraled all around over here. So I love it. But yeah, now that I got the hot tent stuff, I've got my stove on the floor. I got the tent on the floor. I've kind of maxed out. And on this whole side of the room is my office when I work from home. So
if I was up north, I'd probably have a hot tent. Not gonna lie, there's some guys that have them down here and they use them in the winter. But I'm just like, I mean, maybe if you's in like below 10, but I've been down to that pretty comfortably here in Kentucky, and up into Indiana, Illinois. But you all up there got a whole different kind of cold.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm a little concerned about my like my fingers going numb in kind of all the technical stuff of getting the tent up. But in talking with, people, I also have Raynaud's, so my hands go white and I lose all the feeling in them very quickly. So, yeah, I'm a little concerned about that, but in talking, at the hot tent hoedown, there's tricks like Jeremy was telling me, if you get something heated, you kind of put your hands in there and then kind of go back, you get the fire going or get your stove going, throw your tent up real quick. So it's kind of in, talking with everyone and learning. I mean, they also have the same issue when it's very cold, but so yeah, it'll be a learning curve for sure. And then I think getting home from it is a whole new level of like having to lay your stuff out and dry these like heavier canvas.
Everything gets wet when you're out there, no matter, because it's just snow.
Yeah, exactly. So, and you need kind of these big spaces to, set your stuff out. And so I guess I'll learn all about that, but I am hoping to get out a couple times, at least this winter. And there's an event in the fall I'm going to, which should be nice. It's before the snow falls. So it's like kind of get out there and get some reps setting the tent up before all the snow comes. So hopefully I'll kind of get the hang of it to set up shop pretty quickly.
So it's nice to know that you're that far up north and your fingers still get cold, that you still get cold up there. You just ain't used to it.
No, I can't get, like I said, with the Raynaud's, it's, it's pretty immediate that I lose all feeling, and yeah, it's kind of inconvenient, but yeah, I get cold.
Thanks for joining us, Richard. Nice of you to be on here 2 weeks in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I like to give Rich hell. He's one of my OG. He took me on my first West Virginia trip, and it had no trail. So he and then his comment was, "I just wanted to see if you was a backpacker and not just a creator." I was like, bro, I got into backpacking before the content. It's that type 2 fun that you said.
Yeah, I love type 2 fun. I can't get enough of it. So I'm always kind of looking for that piece. It's, I think, a reason too why I solo.
I'll say, do you all? I know you've got kayaking up there, some type of outdoor kayaking, or you all probably have a little bit of whitewater up there.
I don't know about whitewater. There kayaking and stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there is. I've done some like whitewater rafting back in the day, but I guess that was probably more in Wisconsin. But I think there is a little bit of whitewater. And I have a paddle board, so I sit out in the lake a lot, but I'm not out like in whitewater with it.
Yeah. That's actually what I'm probably going to be switching to here in the next weekend. I'm going kayaking, doing a trip to Cumberland Falls, but with my buddies. We ain't done it probably it's been about 3 years since I've done that trip with them, but taking the wife out on a couple times. But I'm going to tell you, if you like backpacking, kayak camping is the same thing with backpacking without the you're hitting the 15-mile mark and you're tired.
Yeah, I have years and years ago. I had a kayak, and like some of our friends also had kayaks, and we had this little kayak gang, and we would go do the camping trips down the river, and that was a great time. So, but it wasn't whitewater, but it was pretty chill because the river just kind of moves you right along. So that was a lot of fun. I don't have my kayak anymore though.
We have my buddy right there, Mr. Logan. He said y'all are more into canoeing up there than kayaking.
Yeah, canoeing's a big thing up in the BWCA. I've never canoed up there, but I know people that have, and when I do the Border Route Trail, that will be my first time being up in the BWCA. But yeah, canoeing's a big thing up here.
Mr. Mr. Too Much Gear guy said, just got an invite to Everest Base Camp Type 2.
That I would imagine that's got to be type 2 fun, right? I don't know much about Everest Base Camp. I mean, you hear
He's done some pretty wild stuff, Jason. He actually got rhabdo from he done Mount Kilimanjaro. Mount Kilimanjaro. I think last year or the year before, and he got rhabdo coming down because they I think he said came down in one day.
Dang. I don't even.
He didn't even know, but yeah, he didn't even know he had rhabdo. The doctor just called and be like, he just thought he was tired and something else or anything else, and the doctor's like, no, you need to get to the hospital like right now.
Oh, you can like die from it?
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
rhabdo. It basically it could eat your muscle. That's what it does. It's eating your muscle because you've pushed yourself so hard that your body's eating itself.
Oh, I when you had mentioned it, I'm like, I feel like I had heard that before. I feel
Dan
like
Becker.
I thought I was thinking of David Goggins.
But Dan Becker as well. He got it when they did the Grand Canyon. They had to evac him out and stuff.
Okay. Yeah, I see a lot of people are having to get evac'd out of there for some reason. I've seen it more this year than other years, but I'm sure it's probably consistent throughout the years. But yeah, I had heard David Goggins. When he did one of his 300-mile races or whatever he does, he got it and was like peeing blood and whatever it is and all that kind of stuff. But
yeah, he's one of them crazy ones too.
Yeah.
Jason, I'll get with you when we get done here, man. I'll give you the information. He's asking me about that camping trip.
Oh yeah, everyone wants to get out and go camping. I don't blame them.
Okay, getting back a little bit on topic here. Your favorite area to go? You always, no matter what, if you can't pick a place to go, you go there.
Superior Hiking Trail here. So I just head up to the North Shore and hop on the trail and do, 35, 40, 50-mile stretches on there. So
it's what? That one's a couple 100 miles or something like that?
310-ish. I feel like it changes year over year with reroutes, but 300-ish if you from southern terminus to northern terminus. I know there's people consider a traditional hike shorter. I don't know, whatever. To me, it's north to south is the hike, but so it's around 300 miles. But there's the whole trail is beautiful, but there's sections pretty much north of kind of Split Rock north up as you go up to the Canadian border. There's like a stretch in there that I find to be the most beautiful stretch of trail. There's pockets here and there, but it's great up there. So it's easy too. You don't have to camping on the North Shore, like car camping is a nightmare. You've got to be way ahead of schedule to try to book those things, 6 months in advance. And there's a whole game you have to play to do it. And you have to cover a spread of it's crazy. So Superior Hiking Trail, no, you just go. Yeah, so you can just at the last minute head out there and never have to, kind of worry about reservations.
I was going to say, how far are you from Pictured Rocks? Is that Michigan?
Michigan. I'd say it's maybe 6-7 hour drive, something like that.
That ain't too bad.
I don't know. It's in the UP, I believe.
That sounds about right. Yeah, that's one that's on my list that I'd like to do.
Yeah, it looks beautiful. It's on my list too.
Okay, so you said your favorite. What's your least favorite place that you've ever visited? And I want to know why it was your least favorite so that way I can know not to go there.
Least favorite that I have visited. Oh, geez. Least favorite. Like nothing is coming. Nothing's coming to mind. Really.
I was going to say
least favorite.
That means you're a true backpacker. None of them are really awful. It could be the worst type of trip ever, weather or anything less, and you're still going to remember it, and it's still going to be something that you really, really, I mean, you like it.
I immediately remembered like a trip that went off the rails and was like that, but it's like the campsites were good. So it was like the campsites were fine actually, but I was thinking, well, that trip was, so I was thinking that, but there was no fault in the campsite. Yeah. If it comes to me, I'll probably think of it. You know,
you're about right. I'm kind of like you. There's not really a least favorite area. I mean, there's places that I've been. I'm not gonna go lie. Probably Missouri. I've been there, and probably not gonna go back just because I can go to Illinois, which is closer and has the same thing, and Garden of the Gods. But it's far enough away from me that I'd rather drive the opposite direction and go to West Virginia.
Yeah. So you said
I'm like you. I'm more into the mountains. I like the mountain views. I like getting off the mountain and getting down in the creeks and stuff like that.
Yeah, I really like that. And you know what? I just thought of one. I just thought of one. So actually, I did a video in February of my first hot tent, and it was at a state park, and it was in Frontenac State Park. And I want to say that's the worst camp site. The people that I was with were great, and and John from Montreal 82 was on that trip. But there was like a group there that kind of made a shanty town out of the whole thing, and like they like kind of were living at the park, and it was a little kind of crazy there. But like overall, the groups and stuff were great. But I don't know if I would not go back to that state park because of that. But so I think that was the worst, but great people, great trip overall.
Sounds good. Yeah, like I said, mine probably Missouri. We had Mr. Logan there said Missouri.
So Missouri is the worst one for you?
Yeah, I would say yes, because it just, I mean, when I went there, it was nothing but it was just me. The guy that I was supposed to go with, he got sick, couldn't come, and it got cold. It was down probably between 10 and 20 degrees each night. And each night I had to cut all the firewood, make the fire. And it was, when I got there, it wasn't just snow. It had probably about a half inch or a quarter inch, a half inch of ice on the ground too. It was one, like you said, it was just miserable.
Yeah.
The second day, actually, I was supposed to stay a second, and I was like, yeah, I'm not melting snow to get water, and I'm definitely not. I can be back at the car in 5 minutes. So I can be back in the car in less than 3 miles. I was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go to the car.
Yeah, I think so too. That sounds pretty rough. There at that campsite I mentioned too, it was February and it was 50 degrees, so all the snow melted. It was just a sheet of ice too, just like water puddled everywhere. It was your ice made me think of that. Yeah, that was kind of less than ideal. But usually those make for the memorable trips, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna say that I like the trip. It's just the area. I'm like I said, it's far enough away that I'd rather head in a different direction to see better stuff.
Yeah,
because there wasn't really views there. Wasn't really anything special. I mean, I think you got to see a little bit of the Ozarks, and that was it. Like it wasn't like great views of the Ozarks.
Oh, yeah. So no more Missouri.
So last adventure question here. What's on the calendar next? What are you planning for?
Next? So I'm gonna do. I got just some local camping trips going on in July. I'm headed out to Colorado to a friend's bike race next week. And then probably like for backpacking, camping, outside of just a weekend trip, I'm gonna through hike the Border Route Trail in August. So and then I'm headed out to the Adirondacks in September.
So Adirondacks. So how far is that from you? That's is it New York?
New York, yeah. So flying to Albany and head upstate. Hour and a half or something.
Surprised you haven't read into she's been down to a few of our meetups. Her name's Melissa. Her name's Unlikely Hiker. She does a lot of the Adirondacks. So
man, it's it's amazing out there. I don't know. There's just a certain vibe out there that I just really like. From the first time I stepped foot out there, I was like, it just felt right out there. I just really liked it. And I've been trying to get all the 46 high peaks that are in the Adirondack Park. So I can.
Yeah, I've seen that. How many have you done so far?
I have done 26. So I did 17 my first trip out there. And then I did 17 or so the last time I was out there, but I did several that I had already done the first trip because I wanted to do the Great Range Traverse when I was out there. So I just really wanted to get that one under my belt. So I ended up like doing 5 peaks that I did the first time. But so yeah, that 20 of 46.
So which one's been your favorite peak so far?
Which one has been my favorite peak? I mean, they all kind of, I'm not going to lie, they do all kind of start blending together. I mean, I can remember each of them, but one of my favorite peaks out there has actually been a non-high peak, and it's Noon Mark. That was a beautiful hike, and it was incredible. I loved that hike, and it has the kind of the bald top, a lot of area. Some of them are just like tiny little, it's like a rock is like the peak, and you're covered and you can't see the view. This was just like views for miles, and that was a really fun hike. I really liked that one. And then of course it's memorable going up some of them, like Saddleback is, you got to go up the cliffs, and you know, sometimes it's like scrambling, and you know, I'm not tall enough to like reach up. So it's like, like those ones you just kind of remember a lot more, but it's just beautiful out there. So
Yeah, I've been like you said, the ones without views. And actually, when me and my daughter, when we did out there done the Grayson Highlands, everybody's like, "You going to do Mount Rogers?" And I was like, "No," because everybody's told me you can't see anything. So why would I go up there?
yeah, other than to say you did it, I suppose.
Other than to say I went up other than to say I went to the tallest point, but
Yeah.
I'm not a summit chaser.
I don't know where. So like when I started about going out to the Adirondacks, my boss had told me that it's like one of the most beautiful places that he's been in the United States, and it's incredible. So I was just going to go out there and do some hikes and hang out for a week. And all of a sudden, as I was researching, it came up like, you know, the 46 high peaks. And then it just became a chase from there for me. I was like, oh, okay, this is something to do. So
these two in the comments here. Mike says he's doing the Wild Turkey 750 this weekend. It's kind of a big deal.
Is it down there?
No, he's talking about Wild Turkey 7. Yeah. And then Rich goes, make sure you do that inside or you'll get heat stroke.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now, Jason, you're going to be happy, buddy. Let me go back up here and I'll bring your comment up. I've held off on it because I wanted to wait because we was going to get to the gear. And let's see here. It's going to be right here. Mr. Jason, he said, favorite piece of gear. I want to know that too.
Favorite piece of gear. It's going to be something that's probably not as exciting as you think it is. It's my hat. My hat's my favorite piece of gear. I am very sensitive to the sun. So I wear sunglasses like crazy, but I don't like wearing them when I'm in the forest because it's just like dark enough. But so it's like the hat, like I feel naked without my hat out. So it's like, it is my favorite, and it's become kind of my little statement piece of the Wild Fox Outdoors. I wear it on all my hikes, and it's become a little thing that I do. But besides that, favorite piece of gear, I mean, really my hat is my favorite piece of gear. I gotta tell you, but I'm really kind of partial to my pack, my Asia 48.
We got Mr. Corey here saying hello from he's from not far. He's from over there in I think Iowa or Idaho. One of them. Can't remember. But he's
a little further than Iowa. But
he makes hammocks. He's the owner of Majestic Hammocks. They do some pretty nice hammocks that different style. You wouldn't like extremely comfortable, but so that's your favorite. Do you want to know my favorite?
Yeah, I want to know your favorite.
Besides my backpacks, my backpacks that I got or my hammocks, it's my table.
Like the fire maple? Like, do you have one of those?
Yep.
Yeah, I just got one.
And I bring it on it's on every trip. Even when I'm going to do 20 miles a day, I'm going to bring it just because I can have my hammock as my seat. I can have the table right there and make all of my food, and I ain't got to sit down here on the ground. And
I literally just got mine, and I haven't been able to use it yet. So maybe that would be my favorite. Once I use it, it will be my favorite. I don't have now. I need a hammock because I have the fire maple table. Okay, you sold me.
There you go. There you go. He said Iowa. Okay.
Iowa.
I'm glad I said Iowa first.
Yeah.
But yeah, the fire maple table. That's one of my favorites, and I use their cook system too, the G3 with the Hornet stove. I love it too.
Really? Like for your boil?
Yeah, for my pot and stove.
Nice.
I've used it. I mean, since the day it came out, I ordered it, and I've had it since. And right after I got it, it seemed like it got really popular. Everybody started buying them because it was like the cheaper version of the jet boil, because it was it was lighter than the jet boil, and it boiled just as good as a jet boil.
Well, so I was just car camping with kiddos and a friend and her kiddos, and I was doing pour over, making coffee and boiling with my jet boil, and she's like, I love this. She's like, this is great. So she was heading out on a camping trip this weekend, and she's like, I want to get the whole setup, and she got the fire maple, and she was using it this morning, and she was like texting me, and she loves it. So she says it's great.
Yeah, I'm getting roasted here in the comments for the Iowa and Idaho. I know they're far apart, guys. I'm just saying it was the I. I remember it started with an I. And I was like, I'm pretty sure he's more Midwest, so that's why I said Iowa first. Sorry. It's my way my brain works. Sorry, guys. I got one of them type of brains.
I think it's valid to get those two, like, again, they both start with I. They're not that far. I mean, they're far apart.
There we go. He said fire maple is great price and good quality.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie with you too. Like I said, I got my car camp stuff. It's packed up. I use their. I just got their. Which one was it again? It was not their newest big stove. It was the Saturn X. I got the Saturn X stove from them, and I got the grill top to go with it. And I've used it several times. I made Philly cheesesteaks one night when we were out camping. It's great I made steaks on it. I made shrimp. I mean, it's really good for small. It's only about like this big. Sits really great for car camping, or like my envision is car camping and also kayak camping, because I can bring a real coffee pot and have really good coffee.
That's awesome. I do have their pot for hot tent camping to put on the stove, so I can boil water that way. I got it, but I haven't used it yet. Like I said, I got all this stuff for hot tent camping and haven't used it yet, but I'm pretty excited to use this table that I'm just
going to let you know, I had it, and then probably 3, maybe 4 guys now that have went with me. They've gotten them.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my! And that's how it goes too, right?
And they all dogged me at first until, after the next trip, and they seen me not having to sit, piddle on the ground.
And that's that you go and you see it or if I'm on the Superior Hiking Trail, you're camping with other people, you see all the stuff that they have, and you're like, I need this, or I'm watching all these YouTube videos and getting all these ideas of things that I'm like, oh, now I thought I had everything, and now I need this, but. And then there's like a whole car camping setup is a whole different setup than like when it's like you're kind of bare minimum when you're backpacking. So, some of the stuff goes throughout, but there's things that car camp. You can bring more stuff, and you can have more favorite things. I feel like with that, because I feel like you can just bring all the things. But
Oh yeah. Okay. So talking. I'm gonna switch over to. I'm a food person. In case you've seen a little bit of my videos, I'm the person who likes to bring real food in the backcountry and cook French toast for breakfast, or like I said, I've made shrimp Alfredo. I've made my favorite here recently has been open faces. I've been doing open faces out there.
really,
Oh yeah. If you've ever heard of Mr. Tim Buckley, he kind of turned me on to the Hereford, their rip and ready meats, but they have a roast
I
beef
think
when
I
I get.
saw something that you had with that. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, I'll get that, and then I get the protein mashed potatoes and the bread. I'm just going probably one of the best meals that I've eaten that I didn't have to really cook.
Wow, that's awesome.
But I want to know what's your favorite food to bring on trail. It could be snack, could be anything. I just want to know your favorite.
My favorite food, if you watch any of my stuff, I'm all like I eat pretty good in my day-to-day life, and when I go on trail, I eat like a toddler or a little kid, and so I like all the things that I normally don't eat. So like Nerds gummies, like if it's cooler weather, I'm bringing chocolate, I'm bringing marshmallows, and I'm all about that life. Like so, I'm eating all of that stuff.
I'll say you're like me. When I get out there, I have here recently, I've been bringing little mini fast breaks. I've been eating those.
Oh, those are so good.
And then I love my favorite that I started with. I started with Airheads Bites. So they're like little mini circle airheads, and that was what I started with. Love those, and now I've gotten more into. I love the watermelon Sour Patch Kids.
Yes. Oh my gosh, I'm on those too. So on the watermelon, yes, it's Nerds gummies and the watermelon Sour Patch Kids. I tried to venture over to the cherry ones, but the watermelon ones are where it's at.
Now they have peach ones too that are pretty decent, but that watermelon, I mean, is the best.
I haven't seen those. So
oh
my gosh.
Do y'all have Dollar General where you're at?
We do. Far and few between, though, I feel like.
I'm going to say, if you ever find one, they're there. That's the only place you can get the peach ones at. And they're like in little tiny dollar bags.
Okay.
But I usually get a couple of those. But I like I said, my favorite thing is I'll get the watermelon Sour Patch Kids. That's one of my go-tos.
Man, when you're like a rough day on trail, or even like when I was out pounding the pavement in the Adirondacks and going it just those things give me life. They're amazing.
Mr. Logan, he said he's been on the Walmart cherry pies.
Oh, yum. Yeah, I'm all about the sweets and stuff.
The stuff you don't get to eat when you're in normal life. I'm pretty I tell you, most of the time, like you said, most of the time I'm a pretty breakfast. I'm having Greek. I have vanilla, the low fat Greek yogurt. I eat that with some fruit and some protein granola. That's my breakfast. And then lunch is usually whatever we had the night before. I'll have a small bowl of whatever we had with that, and that's my lunch. And then my snacks. One thing that I love is I like turkey sausages and cheese. That's one of my biggest snacks that I like to eat too. And then fruit. Eat a lot of fruit.
A lot of fruit. Yeah, that's what I feel like. Besides the candy and stuff I bring, I just bring kind of your standard, kind of boring stuff. Everything else is just to get to the treats. I love treats. So
that's what, at the end of the day, that's what I like. And then here recently, I've been on the Uncrustables too. That's my lunch. I like getting them the raspberry Uncrustables.
I hear good things about that. I've been typically I usually don't eat gluten, but but sometimes I let it slide when I'm on trail, and I think that I got to get on that Uncrustable train. Yeah.
I like them because it's very easy. You ain't got to use water to cook it. You get to drink all your water in the summer. You get to drink all your water instead of using it to make the food when you're sitting there at lunchtime when it's normally hot.
Yeah. Well, and I love peanut butter and jelly. So, I mean, who doesn't?
Well,
So
kind of, well, my youngest got yelled at when you said that, got yelled at last night because she's trying to eat peanut butter straight out of the jar, and I just kind of chuckled when my wife said, "I was like, I can't really say nothing to that because I'm the type that I'll open the jar and eat it straight out of the jar too."
You get straight out the jar, and then you can get the little squeezy packs.
The squeezy ones, and you just
So like, yeah, those are good.
And that one makes it even easier.
Yep, they do.
Okay, last question. It's gonna be another food question. Favorite post hike meal?
Well, pretty much whatever I can get my hands on. I just was backpacking on the Superior Hiking Trail and came off trail, and I hit up the pie on the fly stand, and I got 3 pieces of pie, and I ate them all. So pie. My answer is going to be pie or something sweet.
I like pizza or burger, depending on the mood. Most of the time, I like a burger and something sweet. I got something sweet like a donut, maybe ice cream. Usually ice cream.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, ice cream is my go-to.
That's a good one. Ice cream. I don't know. Yeah, pizza's a good one too. But if I'm like right off the trail and I gotta find something quick, like I might just get some French fries or something, and then I get sweet stuff, and I just go to town on that.
So, Mr. Wild Millennial Jason here, he said, "Oh shit! Wait until Dollar General hears this. There will be 5 there next week."
Oh yeah. I'm sure there will be.
I'm gonna say here in Kentucky, that's true because I can drive. I have one I can walk to one because it's right in my neighborhood, like the end of my neighborhood, and then I've got probably 6 within 5 miles.
Really?
Yeah,
That's
Dollar
so
General, Kentucky. That's our favorite store is Dollar General.
Really? I don't even know if I've ever been in one. I don't know if I know what's in it. Grocery store?
They have markets, but it's kind of like I mean, you know what a Family Dollar is?
Yeah, so it's kind of a mixed bag of.
Yeah, it's kind of, you have your cheaper clothes, you have some cheaper clothes and stuff like that, cheaper makeup and stuff like that, and then they have their brand stuff. It's basically like a really small Walmart, really small Walmart.
Okay.
And I think Walmart might own them because a lot of their stuff they have is Walmart stuff, and I think, or they buy stuff from Walmart that Walmart can't put back on the shelf because it's like in a bigger pack.
Oh, okay.
And once it's open, they can't have it on the shelf. I think they do that because they sell a lot of stuff that's not like that. You normally buy per pack, but they sell it they'll sell it per item.
Oh, really? Well, I'm going to be on a hunt for some peach Sour Patch Kids. I feel like got to try those out. They're not as good as the watermelon, though.
He said, in correlation with poverty states, Dollar Generals. I think that'd probably be about right there. Okay, so getting to the end here, let me bring up our would you rather questions.
Oh boy.
And then we'll hear your answer on those.
Okay.
We'll see what everybody thought was the best ones. Okay, we'll start with this one first. And it is, would you rather encounter a bear while you are mid-squat using the bathroom in the woods, or realize you've walked 3 hours in the wrong direction right before sunset?
Oh, mid-squat. 100%, no hesitation. I hate going the wrong direction. And then at sunset, oh, heck no. No way. I mean, really, like...
I was going to say, you must be from bear country. You ain't afraid of no bear.
I don't know. I don't.
You just shake the bell at it. Hey, bear, go bear.
Yeah. Well, yeah, exactly. And that 3 hours in the wrong direction, that's a 6 hour wrong direction at sunset. That's no.
I was saying, if you're hiking, that's 3 hours, and if I'm keeping the pace I normally keep, that's like at least 6 to 8 miles.
Oh, that's going off trail. I go off trail a lot, and going off trail is like it's just such a morale killer. And then at sunset, no. I'm
not gonna lie. I've made a few wrong turns and hiked with people who've made the wrong turns, and like you said, you either go back the opposite direction or you you find a different way to get back the way you were going.
Yeah. Once you go that far off, yeah.
Hey, Bear, this is called a bidet. Squirt. There we go. Mid squat. Way better than. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie here. I think I would do that too. I mean, the bear probably, if he'll probably smell it and not even come around. So we'll be good.
Yeah. I think that's the better choice. People seem to agree.
And we'll go with our next one here. Would you rather have a fanny pack that dispenses an endless supply of your absolute favorite candy, or never have to filter water again?
Ooh. Favorite candy. We just were talking. I like the candy. I don't mind filtering water. I mean, for the most part. It's part of it. Give me the candy.
But they're still going with the bear here, and they're killing me. As long as the bear doesn't break eye contact. Eye contact is important. These guys, sorry, these are the guys that I go out with quite a bit, and they're all little. We call ourselves the hiking degenerates, so they have a certain type of humor. Sorry if you're not used to that.
Does not bother me in the least bit.
I was gonna say, you've been around people in this type of community where we can get pretty. Because I mean, it's just how we are.
Yeah, it doesn't bother me at all.
Filtering water was kind of a nice to have a break, have a little break. Yeah. I can agree there. I think I'd rather have the fanny pack. Not gonna lie, like I said, I'm a foodie and candy person, so. Man, yeah. If I never have to worry about buying, Sour Patch Kids again while I'm on trail, great.
Yeah, exactly. Not running out. I think it sounds amazing.
Yeah, he said, "We are stupid indeed."
Indeed is one word.
Okay, so last one here. Would you rather smell like campfire smoke and unwashed clothes for a month, or hike while being constantly followed by a swarm of mosquitoes?
How long's the hike?
Your typical hike. So let's say between 20 and 30 miles.
Okay. I'll take the 20 to 30 miles. I don't think I'd want to smell for a month. I don't mind smelling on trail and stuff, but are we talking day-to-day life? Like I'm out going to work and stuff like that? But no, I'll take the 20 to 30. That's like one day of misery.
I'm gonna say you don't mind the mosquitoes?
Oh, I do. I don't like them, but
that you just don't want to be stinky.
Well, yeah, I think that would like annoy me, like being stinky, hanging out on my couch all stink. No, like who wants that? You can't be doing that.
Sponsorship by Sour Patch incoming. I mean, they could sponsor the hiking community. You wouldn't believe the amount of people I know that hike that's one of their favorite candies.
Yeah.
It's just something about them Sour Patch Kids that hits the spot when you're out there.
Oh, they're incredible. Oh, like I say, they give you life.
We have Mr. Corey here, and I'd have to agree with him. No mosquitoes. I'm good. I'll stink. I'm already stinky anyways. I'm thinking we'll leave it as stinky on trail. So you're on trail for a whole month.
Oh, okay. I would take that then. If it was like stinky, like for a month, day-to-day life.
No, let's just say a month while you're on trail. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That really don't bother me either. I mean, I'm kind of used to it. I mean, we all stink when we're out there. It's just, we're in the woods. Who cares? And I'm definitely gonna smell like. I'd much rather smell like the smoke than the BO. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I will take that. I'm glad we talked it out and got all the details so I could make the proper choice.
Well, I want to thank you for joining in tonight and being a part of this, getting to know you a little bit better. Maybe eventually make it somewhere up there. I've seen the hot tent hoedown. Maybe get up there and see if Rob will lend me a cot inside of his tent.
Yeah, I'm sure he's got room.
But yeah. Or if you ever make it down this way, like I said, we do a gorge meetup every fall in October. Bunch of different content creators, a lot of them in here, get together. We do a little hike, sit there, hang out in the afternoons and just cook food and do whatever.
That sounds amazing. Hopefully I can make it down there. Yeah, that looks like a beautiful, beautiful spot too. So
yeah, the gorge is one of them areas. But I want to thank you for joining in. I want to thank all of you out there in YouTube land for keeping the chat going. Y'all have been great. Like I said, I'm headed off after here. I'm headed down south to South Carolina to Hoo-Hang. Some of y'all out here in the chat is at Hoo-Hang right now. But I'm headed down there. It's going to be about a 6-hour drive. So thank you all for joining us here. And I'm going to let her tell you one more time where you all can find her at. She's got a lot of cool trips, guys. She just did a trip of, what was it, 8 waterfalls? Is that what you've seen?
Yeah, I spent 6 days out in the Pacific Northwest, and I just posted a video on the trail of 10 falls at Silver Falls State Park, but I only got to hit 8 because of the closure. But yeah.
Yeah, so guys, I'm going to let her tell you one more time where you can find her at, and then we'll get off here.
You can find me at Wild Fox Outdoors on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube.
I want to say thank you again, and maybe we can get you here on again in the future.
Sounds great to me. Thank you so much for having me on.
And guys, good night. Keep on adventuring, and I'll catch y'all out there. Y'all take it easy.